was on the coast, and I just moved up to the entrance public school. The teachers were happy I was doing well in my classes, but they had a meeting with my mum to say, I think it was like Mrs. Robinson or something. She said,
there's always a Mrs. Robinson. Always.
She sat us down and was like, now has Jessie ever had any friends, or has she always been like a loner? And I was just sitting there like, I don't see the problem. Like, but my mum was like, oh, she's always struggled with friends, poor thing. And then they tried to eventually buddy me up with people to play with at lunchtime, because I wasn't doing like that myself, so a kid would have to play with me, but I would find a way to escape them to read a book by myself, and like in the out of bounds. And yeah, but it was hard though also, because being a public school, there's a lot of bullies and a lot of like
who's your favorite songstress?
Ooh, I've always loved, as an artist, I've always loved Miley Cyrus, because she was never afraid to express herself, whether that be with her gender or with whatever she's promoting. And she got a lot of slander in the media too around the time she started to be more free with like who she is as an artist. But she didn't let it even get to her, you know. She started her own foundation to help the homeless youth and that kind of stuff. But she does a lot of covers, and she doesn't do as much writing. So for writing, I've always really loved like Melanie Martinez, because she not only writes things that are so cool because they're like themed, but the way she composes is like in Cry Baby, she has like the baby sound in the background, and then in Soap she has like all the bubble popping sounds, and it matches it, but it's not like your regular everyday instruments, which is cool.
I like Slide Away.
Yes, I loved that one. She writes really, when she does write, Miley's always really deep, and I love that too, because it's so like honest and stuff. Because a lot of the ones like Party in the USA and like stuff like her, and I love that they're free spirited, but the ones that she writes herself are so much more like in tune with emotion, I feel.
So do you remember a track from Miley at all? I mean, you don't have to sing it in entirety, just a couple of lines. Your way.
Oh, I love, you know, like there's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes you're gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. Is the climb.
Thank you for that.
That's okay. But I loved The Climb. Turned out she didn't write that one. I was bummed, because I loved that ever since I was a kid. But yeah, she
Taylor Swift is making quite a few.
Yes, Taylor Swift as well. How could I forget?
Eilish.
And Billie Eilish. I love how she's brought like in the way she's brought kind of that dark edginess to like, you know, the music with
acceptable.
Yeah.
How about Aussie musicians? Who do you look up to?
The guy that sings "Catch My Disease." He's like old now, but I love him.
Ben.
Yes, Ben. What's his last name?
Ben.
I know, same. I was like, usually I look him up and I'm like, I can't remember. But I love his song, and he's like about being his biggest enemy.
Ben Lee.
Ben Lee. Yeah, he's great. And then he has that song about there's a new one he has, and it's like The Enemy Within, and it's all about like those voices that like tell you like you can't do it, like all that kind of stuff, but like noticing that that's not really you. I think that's a really cool song.
So how about you play us one of those sad songs you were talking about earlier?
Okay.
Talked about your experiences.
Yeah, so I can play Nightmares. That one's like about, so because I've been traumatized. So I got bullied a lot at school, and then at home I was abused because we had an abusive family life. So I didn't really have a safe space outside of like dance and drama and all the stuff I was doing as a kid like that. So now that I'm away from it now, so yay. But I still get nightmares. Like I had a nightmare last night, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I did. I had a nightmare last night, and I slept in an extra hour this morning because I was bummed about it. But They're a lot better than they were when I first moved away, and so therapy, I guess, is helping. But I wrote this song after waking up at like 12 a.m. from one